What's good, y'all? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Turbo King back with another video. And today, as you can see by the title of the video, it's going to be 5 signs you're chosen by God. 5 signs you're chosen by God. So let me go ahead and get started, man. So number 1 is you experience unusual trials or suffering. You experience unusual trials or suffering. When you're chosen by God, there's a lot of things that you're going to encounter, especially in life. Especially, usually it starts off in your childhood. You know, you may have been through traumatic situations in your childhood. You might have experienced a lot of different things that normally you would think that's not natural, that's not normal. You would especially growing up, you would say, you know, why did this happen to me? You know, why did I go through this? Why am I so different from other people? You know, you're going to experience traumas. Just bad things are going to happen to you, you know, but it's all for the greater good. It's all for the purpose of your calling, you know. A lot of times we don't go through things just because. It's all for a divine purpose, you know what I'm saying? So when you're chosen by God, you're going to go through things. You're going to have trials and tribulations. It's not going to be easy, you know. Being chosen is not a walk in the park. It's a very difficult thing when you're chosen, when you know, it's a great thing. It's definitely not a curse, but it's a saying, a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to experience a lot of things, a lot of trials, tribulations, like I said, suffering. A lot of times, you're going to start to feel like, you may start to feel like giving up. You may start to feel like just nothing good can come. Like, it's always something. It's always something in your life. You know, it's just too much suffering sometimes, you know, and that might be a sign that you're chosen, you know. So you're going to go through a lot of suffering. Number 2, you feel a deep spiritual calling. You feel a deep spiritual calling. A deep spiritual calling, like when you're chosen by God, you're going to feel like it's more that you should be doing in this world. You're going to feel like you're going to feel set apart. Like you might not even be into the spiritual journey yet. You might not even be reading your Bible and stuff like that. You might still be into this world, but it's something about you that's just different. It's something like they're just screaming your name. It's like a background noise, a background voice that's in your head that's just telling you, you know, it's something more that you should be doing. You know, and you know that for sure. You know that for sure. Like you may. It's just a urgent, a deep soul spiritual feeling that you have. Like you don't want to be normal. It's like you just don't want to be a part of this world. It's something greater that you should be doing. You might have visions and dreams of like just becoming just something different, and like you keep having those visions and dreams. It's for a reason, because you're chosen by God. God is putting that inside of you so that you can fulfill it, so you can fulfill your purpose, because you have a greater purpose in this life, being chosen by God. You can't be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. You just can't be like everybody else, because you're not like everybody else. Number 3, you stand out or feel set apart. Like I said, kind of going back into number 2. You just feel distant. Like, you ever realize, like, being chosen by God, like when I'm chosen, I know I'm chosen, right? So when I'm chosen, it's like you feel antisocial. You feel introverted. Like you just don't want to be around people. You feel just different. You know, everything about you is just different. You don't like being in a crowd. You don't like being in the mix. You just feel a difference about you, and people can see it. And sometimes you can't see it. Sometimes people can see it inside of you. You know, people can see things inside of you that you can't even see yourself. You know, that's why people may see like, dang, you got potential. You got potential, but you may not even see it in yourself yet. You know, a lot of times people see the light inside of you before you even see it in yourself. You know, so being set apart. Just feeling different. A lot of times, and I don't know if y'all let me know if y'all experience this too. Whenever I'm in a crowd, and this might be a sign that you're chosen. Whenever you in a crowd and you get around a lot of people, you just feel so alone. But when you alone, you feel so alive. You know what I'm saying? It's so comfortable. It just feels like so much peaceful. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's weird a little bit. It's like why I don't like. Sometimes it's like why I don't like being around people. Like every time, like the more people come around me, the more like closed off I get. But the more people leave, the more I express myself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's when you set apart, when you different from other people. People gonna see that, and you gonna see it in yourself. You gonna feel it as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's number 3. Number 4, you experience divine protection or guidance. You know, they may be things that happen in your life now. It may be things that you have done. You might have done some things wrong. You might have, let's say you might, I ain't gonna lie, like for me, it's been times where I'm like, dang, like how did I escape this? You know, I might have done things wrong. I might have been in the wrong, I'm gonna be honest. And God protected me. It was like, or I might have almost got into a car accident. But it was like, how did I escape this? How did the car not hit me? You know, it's weird, bro. It's weird, but it's really not weird because I already know it. Now that I know I'm chosen, I know it's God. You know, it's so many things that you might escape from. Like, you just have this divine protection over you. You can feel it. Even when you was in this world, even when you was not, you didn't know that you were chosen. You just felt so much protection over you, you know, and you got the angels that's flying over you and protecting you and guarding you at all times. So when you're chosen by God, you're gonna be separate. You're gonna feel a divine protection. You always gonna be covered by angels and by the Most High. The Most High is always gonna have His hand over your life. You might want to run, just like Jonah. Jonah tried to run away from him, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't escape. You can't escape what God is calling you from. Don't try to escape. Don't try to escape it either, because it's not gonna work. Nothing that you do outside of your calling is not gonna work. That's what happens when you're chosen. Number 5 is you bear spiritual fruit, the fruits of the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're loving, you're kind, you're forgiving. You know what I'm saying? All the fruits of the Spirit. Matter of fact, let's look it up. The fruits of the Spirit. Y'all bear with me one moment. Okay, so the fruits of the Spirit, Galatians chapter 5 verse 22 and 23 speaks on it. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Now you might not have all the fruits of the Spirit, but majority of the fruits of the Spirit you have. You know, people see that you're different. People see that, you know, when you're chosen, you're more of an empath. You know, you have a big heart. You know, you're really kind. You're really giving. You're trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't want to do wrong to people. You know, you don't have it in your heart to do evil, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to be righteous. You want to be, you have a different kind-hearted spirit inside of you, and people can see that. But understand this: a lot of people will take advantage of you because of that. When you're chosen, a lot of people will take advantage of you because they know they're an empath. They know you have a good heart. They know you are very giving. You can be taken advantage of. So that's why you gotta have discernment, and you gotta understand that people are being used by demons. They're being used by demons to control, to not let you into your spiritual calling, your divine calling, your divine purpose. You know, so you got to get away from them, bro. Like, you got to get away from them type of people. Only surround yourself with, I would say chosen one, but only surround yourself with people who actually are genuine, people who love and care about you. You know, a lot of us are not. You know, man. I saw something and it was like, shout out to Mark the Messenger. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's really like 2 billion self-proclaimed Christians. You know, do you really think 2 billion Christians are going to heaven? No. The path is narrow, and only few can find it. So it's not going to be a lot of people that is going into heaven, bro. Like, it's only going to be a small amount of people. So, man, you got to separate yourself. There's only going to be a few chosen people, and when you find that chosen person, if you know when you find somebody that's chosen around you, because it's like the vibes just match, the energy just match. You know, it's like a soul, like just grabbing each other and pulling towards each other. You know, so man, stick close to the chosen ones if you find them. Try to separate yourself from the evil ones. And like I said, man, it's just that's kind of like towards it. That's kind of like basically what I was saying, man. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Hold on one second. Number 1 is you experience unusual trials of suffering. Number 2, you feel a deep spiritual calling. Number 3, you stand out or feel set apart. Number 4, you experience divine protection or guidance. And number 5, you bear spiritual fruit. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. Be tuned in for the next video. I'm out. Peace.